Hey YouTube. Well, this is really a video about 6 degrees of separation. In this case, we're going to be talking about media. Um, so, my thoughts are, how is it the mainstream media still has so much power, yet everyone watches social media? Like, really, social media celebrities are much more popular than mainstream media. There's very few mainstream media things that people tune in for. I mean, there's TV shows and that, but that's always put on like a streaming platform these days. So you don't really tune in for a TV show. Yeah. So like, my thoughts are, how is it that they control so much of culture and what is it? Culture and thought and things like that, like they still have a very big influence there. It's just disturbing in its own right. Like, and that even today, like, even with the influence of like social media basically making anybody have the power to have their power, but for some reason they still get millions of people or thousands of people watching their crap. And you got to look at it and go, it doesn't really make a lot of sense why they're so popular, because people don't tune in for them. Like, so is this like big media trying to make them popular? Like, would they even be popular if that was a good one? Would they even be popular if basically if they didn't have this mainstream power behind them? Like, it's all an elitist club. You know that, right? Like, none of us will ever get into that club unless you know the right people, which is all the same families and all the same this and all. Like, you never see a new person ever get into these industries. Like, same for writing, same for music, same for movies. It's always the same families, the same names, the same people, same garbage. I mean, they can't even make a new movie. When was the last time you saw a new idea movie come out? Like, really? Last one I saw was Nefarious. That was probably it. Like, Nefarious. Because it was not made by the mainstream media, but, of that and The Sound of Silence. Yeah. Again, not made by the mainstream media. But the mainstream media ones always the same movies, the same ideas. It's like, how long are you going to do that before you get the picture that people are bored of that? They're so bored. Yeah. Just curious, like, how is it that people like that are still, like, still have power to control culture? And they're so brainwashed and so drug-addled, They don't listen to, like, that's the one thing I hate about elitists, is it doesn't matter, like, say the politicians, they still prioritize minority groups over the majority. Like, they give minority groups more voice and power than the actual majority who put them in power, who actually want things to happen. Like, it's like, that you keep irritating people like that, and the people are just not going to vote you in next time. Another good one. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's just one of those things. Like, you just like, why don't people listen anymore? Like, and as for the 6 degrees of separation, right? It feels like there was a video I watched a while ago where they jokingly made the world gay, and it was like seen as like the opposite to be straight, like it used to be. Like, it was kept quiet, nobody talked about it, blah blah blah. Obviously a world like that could only last one generation, and then it would be deleted from all of existence, because if you cannot procreate, that's the end of civilization as we know it. It only takes one generation to wipe that out. Like, that's the norm. Look at China. Yeah, all their numbers are a complete lie. I mean, no one really knows these days, but they reckon that the Chinese population is actually 300 million, if that, because there's so many people that just didn't have families. So, yeah. I mean, these things have a way of controlling themselves. And people think you need more and more population, but in actual fact, the population will go up and down. Like, it's okay for a population to decline. Eventually, it'll go back up again. Like, that's irregardless of, like, anything. It doesn't make any difference. It has no real bearing on anything. I mean, people are always worried about, like, retirement and stuff. Like, yeah. Love, I left your dinner on the bench.
Huh?
I left your dinner on the bench. I warmed it up. You might have to re-warm it. You know, I put it in a... Yeah, that's yours. Yeah. It'll be hot though, love. It was... I nuked it for like 10 minutes. Yeah. So yeah, no, I don't think of it like 6 degrees of separation. I think of it like 6 degrees of retardation. That's what I think. That's what I think the world has gone. 6 degrees of retardation. Obviously, I can't put that in the title because if I do, the video will immediately get banned from the 8 people that watch my videos. So I don't want that. The 8 people that watch my videos, you can watch. I know, it was a bit of a ramble. I'm getting stared at now. I must go. I'm in trouble. I'm sure I'm in trouble. I did something, didn't I? I'm in trouble. I've done nothing.